everybody. So listen, according to a recent survey, high food prices have nearly half of Canadians prioritizing cost over nutrition when it comes to shopping for groceries. Now, while that may be alarming to hear, our next guest says you don't have to give up healthy eating in order to save a bit of money.
Yeah, and here to show us how we can cook healthy meals all under $3 per serving is registered dietitian Alissa Steinberg. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Welcome back.
Thank you for having me
The last
here.
time you were here, you were basically giving birth.
Basically.
Baby, we saw baby earlier. You're all doing well, and welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Great to have you here. Okay, let's talk about this. Why have we been seeing this drastic and enduring high prices of groceries? What's going on?
Okay, so in Canada, we're seeing the highest rate of food inflation since the 1980s.
Wow.
In the past year alone, there's been a food increase by 10 to 11% due to multiple reasons, including labor shortages and supply chain disruptions. But on average, our salaries and wages are only going up by 2 to 3% annually, which is really diminishing our spending power. So for Canadians, this means less access to food in the home, an increase in our grocery bills, and a higher intake of less processed, less expensive food. But today, I am here to talk about budget-friendly strategies that prioritize affordability and high nutrient foods.
We need this.
I know we can't wait. Listen, as soon as we saw the food, Melissa and I said, lunch is served. Thank you very much. So before we get into all this delicious food that you brought, can you share some of the general tips for cutting down on our grocery bills?
Yes, I will share with you all my secrets, my top 4 money savers. First and foremost, go to the grocery store on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Oh,
Why?
This is typically when sales start, when new stock is delivered, and when they mark down food that's closer to expiration.
Okay.
Next up, buy whole ingredients. Go as far as grating your own cheese. The more convenient or prepared something is, the more expensive. Next up is map out your menu, make a list, and go to the grocery store with cash. Bring cash. It helps you stick to your budget and also prevents those in-store impulse purchases.
Gotcha.
Okay. And lastly, skip those big grocery carts. Start with the small mini carts or the baskets. If you have more room to fill, we're more likely to spend more.
Okay.
Those are great tips.
I love those tips. I love those.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Okay, so we are going to dive in now to some of these recipes. And so we're going to start with the first meal of the day. And these are, again, dietitian-approved dishes. They all cost under $3 per serving. Let's begin with something that you made, cinnamon pancakes.
Okay.
Okay, what makes this nutritious and affordable?
Okay, so these apple cinnamon pancakes are only 68 cents per serving,
my God.
and those are Ontario prices. So we're talking a plate full of pancakes for under $3.
It's good, right?
They're less expensive because we're using seasonal, freshly grated apples in these pancakes, and a less expensive yet healthy flour, oat or oat flour. So these pancakes are healthy because they're made with whole ingredients and less processed compared to standard pancake batters. They're a serving of fresh fruit, and they contain soluble fiber, a type of fiber known to help lower your cholesterol.
Okay, sorry, so it's apple, oat flour, and is that it?
So the recipes are posted on your website.
Perfect.
But we have applesauce, fresh apples, oat flour, vanilla, no added sugar whatsoever.
Wow.
That's good.
And you can just freeze them, keep them in the freezer,
And you
and
forgot
have
one
them.
thing, though.
Yes.
Delicious. So good.
Really good.
Really, really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to lunch. You brought something. We're serving Acorn Sloppy Joes. What makes this a cheap meal?
Okay, so these Acorn Sloppy Joes are a healthy and less expensive twist on this classic Sloppy Joe recipe. We are talking $2.90 per serving.
Oh, good.
So lentils are a less expensive.
Oh, these are good.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, these are really good.
So the lentils are a plant-based protein that are delicious, but also are loaded with fiber, iron, and antioxidants. And we are taking this recipe beyond the bread, and we're veggie loading instead by using squash as the base. So squash is less expensive, it's available year-round, and it's actually shelf-stable at room temperature for months. And that orange color signifies a high amount of beta-carotene, an antioxidant known to reduce inflammation and support eye health.
That's good.
It's good, and it's hearty. It's hearty, you know, which people want.
Yes, and satiated.
Exactly.
Protein loaded.
We're gonna go now from lunch to dinner, and you've got a great like sheet pan meal, and it is a Greek tofu sheet pan meal. So tell us about this.
Okay, this Greek tofu sheet pan is a hassle-free meal designed for those meals in a hurry, which we all need. We are talking $2.87 per serving.
Really good.
The ingredients are Mediterranean-based, known for their health-promoting benefits, and these portions all follow the Canada's Food Guide plate method portions. So we have half veggies, quarter protein, quarter starch. I use sweet potato as the starch because it's a lower glycemic index, shelf-stable, and super inexpensive. For the winning protein, we chose extra firm tofu because of its higher protein content and less expensive, lower cost. You can always swap in a less expensive meat like chicken drumsticks or wings on that sheet pan. For the more expensive ingredients, we purchase those in bulk, such as feta cheese for cost savings. And lastly, for veggies, you can go for fresh and seasonal, frozen or canned, all equally healthy. And I opted for fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, and red onions.
Delicious.
So
now listen, all of this is delicious, but if you're gonna tell me as a dietitian that I can have brownies that are great for dessert and are healthy, tell me what's in it.
These brownies are made with only 4 ingredients, and they cost 36 cents per brownie.
Come on, Alissa, come on.
Yeah. And when I make these at home, my 2 boys devour them. My 6-month-old hasn't tried them yet.
Oh, you're a lady. You're using a fork. Sorry.
They are full of nutrients. So in terms of the ingredients, so bananas, one of the least expensive fresh fruit on the shelves these days, that's the main ingredient, combined with peanut butter, a plant-based, shelf-stable, less expensive protein. And we used cocoa powder for that chocolatey finish and the boost in antioxidants, and maple syrup just a little bit because it's less processed than white sugar and it's sweeter, so you can use less. So compared to standard brownies, this is higher in fiber, protein, and only half the sugar content.
I am in love with
This
this.
is so good.
I'm in love with
a
this.
lot left
We're
over.
almost out of time, but what are some other tips you can offer for fighting food inflation?
So other tips, I do recommend to fight more of the in-store marketing strategies. So first and foremost, buy food products on the lower or the higher shelves. Avoid the eye-level food products.
Why is that?
That's prime real estate, so they cost more for placement, so they're more likely associated with a higher cost.
No way.
So do a lot of vending and
I love that.
in.
Get those squats in.
Get the squats in.
I gotta say, this was absolutely astounding, Alissa. Thank you for all of these recipes. So good.
You're amazing.
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.